Hello, Becky's here.
Yeah, she said she was gonna be coming, but maybe.
Somebody just parked, I just saw a head go
Okay.
across there, so we're probably.
Got the door open.
Yep.
Becky is online.
Hi, Becky.
Can you hear us, Becky?
She's muted.
Yes, I'm all good. Thank you.
We are good. And Karen just walked in with
And-
Sue.
Good.
Look at that. Hello. Hi, is it-
I beat you after all.
Hi.
Sue.
Hi.
Here's an official
Thank
name
you.
tag, now you're in trouble.
Now you're in trouble. What? Once you
You're
get
an
your name
official
tagged,
name tag.
you'll do all sorts of stuff.
No quitting now. That's fine.
So we put our chairperson at the center for any particular reason, or
I don't-
maybe?
Do we have anybody on the phone?
Just Becky from the tree board.
Ah, okay.
So you probably want to be seen now.
Yeah.
Well, you can't see anything. They really can't see it.
No, we're being assistant, that we'll put a camera in.
I'm glad.
Yeah, but at this point, no.
I
We can't see them.
feel about, it's
It's
just.
about just hearing us with that microphone.
Right.
Oh, sure.
I can move on your side.
Yeah,
She's the chair.
Yeah. Yeah, here, come, guys, come sit down here and I'll sit on the other side of this. Then we're closer. And then. What?
I don't want to sit next to her, but I'm just kidding. Lovely day.
Great weather for my sister.
Oh, no, yeah.
It's okay, they're putting up with it pretty well,
Yeah.
actually.
Say what?
Who are you?
Oh, I used to be Ben, but then I got glasses.
You used to be banned a long time ago. It's been ages since I've seen you.
Yeah.
Busy
Last
guy.
week was finals week, so that was interesting. And then I was out spraying, I got stuff in my eye, I got infected, so you gotta wear glasses forever.
Oh, okay.
So then, is this your forestry degree that you're working
Horticulture.
on?
Forestry is a pseudoscience. Oh wait, did I say that on the record?
We are recording now.
I said it tongue in cheek because the forestry students and the horticulture students they kind of intersect in a lot of stuff, like there's a lot of forestry students in genetic classes and some of the propagation classes, but sometimes they like to repeat things that are not peer reviewed science, and it gets frustrating. But there are also some really great foresters out there too.
Yeah.
Sue, whenever you are ready.
All right, we call this special meeting to order.
Roll call, let's see, Sue Stewart,
Here,
Karen Stroud.
Here.
Ann Mulder. Here. Becky Roethlisberger
Here.
and Nancy Rondell. Here. We have a quorum. The next item on the agenda is just the minutes. Did everyone have an opportunity to look at the minutes?
Nope.
No?
I'm sure I know.
I'm sure they'll be fine. Okay, they're fine.
Did you,
I sent them in the packet.
Yeah, in the packet, I read them, I
I
didn't
don't even know that
read
I.
Okay, if you're good with me, they're fine.
I would make a motion that we approve the minutes.
A second.
Let's see first. And that would be, I guess, since we have Becky online, a roll call. So Karen,
Yes.
Dana,
Yes,
Nancy,
Yep.
Becky,
Yes.
and Sue.
Yes.
All right. Hard part done. Board communications, I guess, is the opportunity. I don't think we should spend, I think we should focus on, that's my opinion, just on here. Public comment?
Red line.
Are we on YouTube?
Yes, we do. Sorry for taking over from you, Sue.
That's just fine. We're still trying to find the, here we go.
I have it on the screen too. All right. Old business, basically Arbor Day Fest coming up in a couple of weeks. Exciting. I prepared some stuff, so I have the list of everything that was assigned to everyone. I'm gonna go through, I'll start with myself first. What I had done is I prepared this kind of advertisement to go into the maybe Harbor Light or put on our website and social media.
That's really nice, Victor.
Yeah.
I play around graphics, I tried. But
Do we want to call it Harbor Fest or do we want to call it Harbor Day?
I call, and this is what I told the email,
Yeah,
I call it Arbor Fest because it's short and it's actually not on Arbor Day. There's no requirement that we call it anything specific, if we just have a celebration recognizing Arbor Day, so that's why I call it Arbor Fest, but if you guys are really in opinion that we should have Arbor Day in there.
I don't mind calling it the first annual Arbor Day celebration. Just because, I don't know, I guess it probably never will be on Arbor Day itself. But if we're hoping to get recognition, like they Tree City USA, do you think that matters?
No, we're just having an Arbor Fest, I mean, that's just that we have a celebration of it, a recognition of it, and we're having a proclamation at the city council. I can put Arbor Day, because I just feel like Arbor Day celebration is just a long,
Yeah, it's long.
it's long. But, and I think you guys, the poster you supplied does say Arbor Day.
Donation.
No, it's a Arbor Day celebration, but it's not an official title, it's just a sentence.
Well, I think, I'm familiar with the term Arbor Day, because I've been other places that have Arbor Days, so I kind of think, I would prefer to stay with Arbor Day.
Okay, yep,
I
I'll just
mean,
put the date in there.
I didn't know that, I don't recall that Arbor Day always had to happen on a certain date everywhere at the same time.
There
It
is.
doesn't.
It doesn't, yeah,
Yeah, that's true. People might be more familiar with
All right, I'll just
maybe,
put,
yeah.
maybe that's what I was getting after too.
I'll just put the Arbor, I'll put day in there, but other than that, that's what I'll put at,
So Arbor Day Fest?
yeah.
Yeah,
Arbor
because
Day
it's
Fest.
celebrating Arbor Day, it's
Yeah.
not designating that date as Arbor Day, correct?
Who didn't
Well,
want to
again,
go
it's
to a fest?
It's a fluid holiday. It's normally held on Jay Sterling Morton's birthday
Mhm.
in Nebraska, because he was the guy that kind of started that, but other places it's anytime.
So all right, I will do that, post this on media, and then et cetera.
So I will change, well, if we go with this poster, I will change that so we're consistent. right?
Arbor Day Fest, yeah, that's,
Would it make sense to put a few of those around town?
Yeah, we'll
At
put those-
IGA and the
yeah,
places
that's
that
good.
we talked about, people, yeah, I think that was good.
Yep, we'll do that.
Actions in the next.
Victor, this is a very small thing, but I wonder if we want to reduce the fund on Harbor Springs so it's not covered by that lead or move. I don't know, you know what I mean?
Can we trim that tree right there?
Yeah, we need
No,
our
I think this is
arborists.
fine, I think this, I think,
Okay, all right,
it's fine, I was
All
move on
right,
to
sorry,
it.
yeah, sorry.
Got the leaf off.
This is what Kate Tuttle and Linda Jones supplied for us to also post around, so I'll put this on our website.
Oh, cool.
Volunteers needed, also send this to the Harbor Light as well as an additional
That's good,
document.
yeah.
Great.
I have just a small handout for Arbor Day itself when we're there, just what the tree board is and give people an idea of what we do. And just something small, just a handout for them to take, people like to take things with them.
That's
I just want to mention something because Dan and I talked about this. Since this is Arbor Day related to trees, not using paper might be a really good thing. You know, like we were hoping on the poster that we had worked on that, you know, we could create a QR code and people could just take a shot of that and be able to get to the information that's posted at City Hall. I don't know, we're just trying, I know in my business, and Becky, I'm sure you can attest to this, we are just reducing paper as much as we can in our business, in the outdoor business, with so much effort on sustainability and et cetera, et cetera. So, I mean, I know people like to take things with them, but maybe we could train them to jot down take a picture of the QR code or whatever.
Well, if someone can give me a QR code for something, I can't work on that. So if someone had to do that for me.
I find a program.
I think one handout that would be really good to have is that donated tree.
So I was gonna get to that, I was.
Yeah,
this
okay,
is-
yeah.
if you don't-
Can we use that as a poster and tape it to tables, put it on the bulletin boards and
Okay,
things
yeah.
like that? The other thing that I was gonna say is when I get up to talk, I will hit those same bullet points that you've got asterisk there.
Okay,
So just, you know, they'll hear it and then they can see it a few places, but,
all right, then I'll just make this more posted, and we can just take that.
Yeah,
That'd
and
be
what we
great.
could do is, we get the poster Karen and I also worked on, and then talk about, if we're only gonna have, I think we should have one thing, we shouldn't have like multiple posters. And
So then I was gonna have handouts, I think we should have handouts for the donated tree.
Yeah.
Not a bunch of them, but we can have 15 copies or so, 20, whatever. And maybe even the street tree planting, if people wanna, that application, I don't know if you wanna go that far. There are
that
lots of people
that would be a nice thing to be able to link through the QR code.
Okay,
It would be
QR
nice
code.
if one of you has a program for generating a QR code, and then we can link all of these documents to it, that would be great. 'Cause-
I think you should have a few hard copies, I could speak from,
Yes.
because I think
That would be
you're
nice.
going to miss an element of people, not hundreds of them sitting there, and I also think someone could be handing them out, rather than leaving them on the table where people grab them. So
And
if
they-
someone interested enough to have a conversation, and you want to send them a donated tree. I agree with you guys, I just know there's a fairly big element that you're
You're
gonna
right,
miss.
yeah.
They would know how to take a photo of a QR code.
No, they're just
They
not
probably
gonna
don't
do
have to
that.
have a camera on their phone,
Yeah.
if they have.
If somebody's super
So a
interested,
hybrid.
yeah, we have 25 copies of it and someone's handing them out rather than a stack of them. I think we can control how
Another
many.
thing
there
that I
are.
was having a little difficulty with is, does anybody know how to, like, if we wanna have a reference on one of the posters with a QR code or even a URL of how to shorten up a URL, like Harbor Springs Tree Board, because it's like 3 lines right
Mhm.
now if
Yeah.
you copy the address, do you know how to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be great, yeah.
And I did find a program for creating QR codes. Create,
Awesome.
Good.
I think we have a
They have
very
that.
technical
We
office
just
for the
automatically-
tree board.
And then K-Tuttle, and then they also have this other press release that I also send to Harbor Life, Tuscany News. Should we send it to PNR? Oh, why not?
Yeah,
Maybe
I
some
think
people.
so.
Yeah,
And
This
again, it's
time of
just a
year,
press
yeah.
release.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
all right.
great.
So we had nothing overly complex with that. So, other things that I had on my list was Lucas is gonna be working on getting 5 tables or so over to the spillway section. So, we'll have that. I think on my end, we're all good. I was gonna get a jug maybe for water, like a cooler, yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yeah,
paper
for
cups, water.
One thing I thought about today is, do you think we should have like a little packet of masks? And are we not wearing masks, or I don't know, just like if somebody's uncomfortable?
Well, they are asking people to wear masks.
Okay.
But on the other hand, it's outside and the
Yeah.
guidance
I don't
on
really
that
think we
has
do, it's just
changed,
I'm
so.
used to seeing them everywhere.
I think it was bring your own.
Sanitizer, maybe a thing of sanitizer. I don't know.
I think
I'm just
sanitizer
so
would be
used to
nice.
seeing it in program now.
I think sanitizer would be nice. I think with masks, if we don't have them there, we won't have mask litter in the park. And just like paper litter, I think that's one of those things that
Yeah.
I'd rather not contribute more.
It's good.
Well, I think right now it's 2 out of 3, so it's either social distancing, a mask, a hand sanitizer, pick 2 out of 3 when you're outside.
Yeah,
It's
good.
simple.
It's, yeah, it's,
And the average size
From our
is
nurse
fairly
advisor.
large.
and then those people have the gloves on and they're gonna be digging, I mean, so it's,
There shouldn't be big groups of people together for this. They should be split up where they're planting the trees.
Do you think it'd be nice to have a sign-in sheet for volunteers?
what will we do with it, like, to use it going forward? I mean, I don't know. I mean, they're having, so Relief actually is, to sign up, they're encouraging people to click on a link to their website, so they can have a, like, estimate of how many players, so.
Gotcha.
And I think that's a permission/waiver. I
As
think
well.
that's what that is.
Probably.
That's why they generate paperwork in connection with having
And
people.
maybe they'll
plan.
have, Sue, if maybe if you ever connect with KGM, see if that's something they're gonna have, because I don't wanna duplicate any work,
They-
like, if they're gonna have a sign in a waiver sheet, I don't wanna just, I mean.
I think that's right, but I'll confirm.
Is that something we need to do before they actually start working on the trees? I'm sure, because if it's a waiver.
That's, if it is, that's what they'll be doing, but, I'm not, from the city standpoint, we're not seeking out any waivers from anybody. That's up to Relief.
I will double check with them though, because if that's the case, that they need people to sign waivers before they're allowed to work, we need to have a couple of us sitting down and helping sign people in.
Unless they have people that'll be doing it as well, because I know Kate's coming, is anyone else coming? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Just-
She
okay.
seems to be staying with friends up here or something.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, yeah, that'd be good to double check on, thanks, Sue, appreciate that.
Can we find out if there's a waiver? Because if the National Honor Society kids are coming and they're minors, that could be a wrinkle.
Yeah, and they could do it in advance as well, because if they're, the people from National Honor Society, Becky, to your point, should know in advance that they're coming, and Brianna should have a way to get them that form earlier, and
I'll tell Brianna.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll bring it.
So is the National Honor Society committed to coming for this?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Not talked to-
I can't have to,
Yeah.
whatever he gets, whatever, well, that's not,
For sign-ups?
I don't know if we have those things available.
I have a couple of them in the house.
Those ones, not in the state.
Yeah, it'd be easier to have somebody sit at it.
If you want a smaller table, you've got 2 of the smaller, like,
One is right, we did it,
yes.
I don't have.
We need that.
We just take it on.
We have 6-foot tables, we have 3 or
Well, we feel like that, we need something different. We can grab them.
So Karen had offered, Japan, so you could put like a sign in place and just sort of a central place if we aren't signing in. We also could have to take that to the table for handouts and things starts raining.
it says Merrill on it, so it's, I can.
That's okay.
It's
It's a nice canopy, it's pretty sturdy.
No, that's all right, that'd be helpful.
Yeah.
Have all that stuff. All right, so let me just move through a list of things quickly here. We had, Becky, we had you reach out to Outfitter to help sponsor Joint Sox, and you said that they were on board for that, right? And you know if they're gonna do that at their store, you said they probably weren't gonna have someone at the spillway area, right?
What was the question,
The,
Victor?
the question was that, you had already talked to Outfitter with regards to the socks, and then the question was, you had mentioned that they would probably be, giving away those socks at the Outfitter, or will we have the socks here at the spillway area for them to pick up?
I sent an email to Josh asking him how he wanted to do that, but I've not heard back.
Okay,
So I don't know how he wants to proceed with that. I'll know by our official meeting.
okay. Let's see, next on the list, Ben, you had sent a check for the seedlings.
What are we getting?
Red oaks and red maple,
Okay.
so both native species, both deciduous. But they should be dormant, and I think they will ship all the way up to May 17th, so like they'll be shipping pretty quickly.
Okay, so that, we have to fill them, then we have the material to bag them, or?
Yeah, we just need, bags and potting soil mix or even stagnant peat just to get them home, flat and put them in a bag the day before, and they'll be cold. And then we can pull them out of the coop. cooler and hand them out. So Norman is better because they're pretty rugged.
So we need to have a time to, whoever wants to get the, I mean, I'm happy to help out with that, maybe them.
Yeah.
So we need to get the supplies for that and identify the time to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it should be, I mean, 200 ceilings isn't hard. And we can also do it as we could also do it as people receive them too. I mean, so it can be done. I mean, it can be done in small stages if that's the best way to go. It just depends on what's happening.
Are they bare root? Do they have-
Yeah, they're all bare. They're all bare root.
Well, that could be done that morning, couldn't it?
Yeah, I mean-
Like the National Honor Society, the National Honor Society bag, putting them in the bag at night and kind of,
A little production line.
yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, that would be nice. That'd give us an excuse to get the kids here earlier,
Right.
well, like 8:30,
Yeah.
not too early, but earlier so that they're actually here by 8:45.
Because there's a number of volunteers, which would be great, but they also need something to do.
Yeah.
And that would be something
Yeah.
they could do. for an hour.
Okay, yeah,
Definitely.
so then, you know, can you buy those, the material, do you need like the?
I know. I mean, we have a bunch of stuff in-house right now. I mean, we should have plenty of feed, we use feed, if we want to use a potting mix. I hate to say it, but all the hemp production in the state of Michigan makes sense for free bread. So it might take a little bit of looking at, but I think I have enough material to cover this project.
That'd be awesome. Yes.
The plastic bag, they had the cannabis producers haven't used up all those yet.
All right, if you can work out the materials, that'd be great, then Saturday morning. Probably out. All right, so Ben, that's what I had, and then you said Lucas would be digging the hole, right? Well, not you said, that's what Lucas said.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, we've got an auger that we can
Well,
put
we
on,
were gonna dig it.
and we can put a 2-foot auger on the front of like a Toro Dingo, we have a ditch witch. And I can also put a sort of porch to move the trees around, so.
Yeah, can you, I think you and Lucas could talk about digging the hole, right?
Yeah, I mean, I could.
Just talk to him and then just to make sure, because he said we have no irrigation utilities in that area.
So we had to have this big,
Lucas said no, but he'll just double check and said, already said no, because they already tore up the whole side, so they're still project.
Okay,
So,
How big are the trees we're gonna plant?
What did they say? 1 3/4, 1.5 to 1 3/4. We don't have a weight or a wall dimension. They should be 20 inches or less, but it depends on the grower and the soil type. I mean, I would expect to see, like 18-inch walls, which most people can move. I don't know if they can pick them off. Speaking of which, we probably want to know that because we want to know what they're in, if they're tied or if they're in.
I can ask Kate.
Baskets. I could text them.
Oh, yeah, just,
that'd be helpful too.
So back to the signups really quick, when will we know how many people have signed up? 'Cause
I'm
I've been
not sure, but-
spreading the word and we might end up with, if we get all the National Honor Society students and, another third of people, it's,
People stepping over themselves.
yeah, like, it's good to know how many, so we can divide people up in advance or. try to-
if that happens, I think we just prioritize letting the National Honor Society kids do it and the adults can stand down. And I don't think that's too hard to get people to do. If they really want to help, they could help pass out seedlings or,
And just to be there, I mean, just have people that
Yeah.
just watching, asking questions, what's going on, just inquiring more about tree board.
yeah.
I think you don't want to make it hard for people to volunteer by making them get way ahead.
Right.
Sign them up.
Memorial Day weekend, that just doesn't work. People have family in town.
Go down there this morning and watch.
Supposed to be a fest, right? Celebration, so it's not supposed to be,
And it's
all right, let's put everyone to work.
In fact, it would be nice, actually, if we did know how many National Honor Society students we had. And there are some adults who will show up and try to help who aren't very helpful. So if we had, Ben knows what I'm talking about.
But what was the expression I heard once with volunteers? Not with tree volunteers, but it's similar to herding cats.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can ask Brianna too, when I send her this information.
okay,
Yeah.
I think it'd be really good to know, because I think we kind of have to have a plan, if we get ended with a lot of people, so people aren't confused. Because it's gonna be advertised, it's gonna be in the Harbor Light, it's gonna be posters around, and people,
Well,
I talked to
maybe
people that wanna
we
volunteer.
hold on that day, some of the seedlings, and we get more people than we want to do it, they can do that.
And then the first 30 people will get a pair of socks or, you know, and the drawing, and they'll get the granola bars. So are those all gonna go to the National Honor Society kids, or how's that gonna work? How are you deciding the first 30?
I was in the first three to show up.
Or just anybody, the
Yeah,
National Honor
that's-
Society students or whoever.
When we run out, it's not gonna be, we run out, people can, they'll be there. Imagine the granola bars will be there, and we can say you can go get them. The first 30 people, but 25 don't want them, then the next, you know, you know,
Yeah.
I don't think it needs to be that weird.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Mayor, like, what was the arrangement for the trees? I know, off that.
It's along
So
the
are they
spillway,
staggered or
it's straight along the spillway, 10 feet from the spillway.
towards the city hall or towards?
Towards the-
And there's 17 altogether.
I think there was 15 we had talked.
I thought I saw 17 recently.
Well-
I guess that I put on the post. I don't know. But I thought
State should still be there.
I think it was 15 states, honestly. It was 15, but whether it's, well, we put 15 or 16 in.
Or did she have 17 and we used?
I think that's what happened.
Okay.
15.
Good.
I think I'm sorry,
Okay,
it should be
so
done.
that's all set.
We'll see, Ben, so we'll talk about like who talks and all that, but is Ben gonna like tell them like how to do it, the entire road?
Well, I think Kate will be there as well, then maybe there.
Yeah, I think
we have
Kate-
enough guidance.
I think Kate leads on that topic. That's what Relief does.
Yeah.
So that's kind of their thing to explain it. But then what she talked to me about, and I know this is farther down, but I'll just jump in now since we're on the
Yeah.
subject. She wanted, she and Ben will be available to make sure that the kids are planting the trees right, but she wanted an additional person to do that. And Dana, I suggested you as that person. And so you're both there to tell the students how to do it and to clear out any adults who are trying to give contrary instructions. Just be the take charge person and make sure that there are not extra people running around saying, oh no, don't do that.
That's not how I did it for 20 years. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, well, you know, next year, when we do this, we'll be more.
Yeah.
Bigger, and we'll see what kind of reaction we get, we can make it bigger than that.
Right.
Something not on here, does anyone have a portable boombox? Some music, put some music on?
Oh, sure. You know, I have a little
I don't have
Bluetooth,
any that's portable, but,
little Bluetooth speaker.
yeah, if someone has some, I think it'd be nice just to have some music.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, just because,
I can borrow.
Makes it like a
So
festival.
you guys could put your piano.
oh, yeah, no, I'll be, I won't be able to come. Yeah. I know, but I'll be on vacation, that day I'll be coming back.
This is a vacation.
Not recently. All right, so we'll move on. So I'll reach out to Brianna today, talk about NHS stuff, clear up some questions I had with her, figure that advertisement. Brianna, we kind of the farmer's market, we did that already, so we'll have a little sign down there.
Yeah, we'll have a poster and that HDS and poster in both places. Are we clear on not giving feelings out there?
Right, it's gonna be too hard to clear that.
Yeah, so I think if we just have a poster, answer questions,
We want
and
people
then
to
if
come
we
here.
figure out a way to get people more information, you know, if they want to get involved.
Mhm.
And did you find out anything about having a jar? We were talking about maybe having a jar, of people just want
Yeah.
to throw money.
So I talked to Nick about having a donation, which is fine. I think there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, but realistically, are we looking for dollar bills or are we looking for people that, you know, I mean,
That's true.
donate checks? I mean, a quarter for the treatment makes it look like we're.
Or somebody pulled the 20 out of their wallet, that wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
A couple 20 minutes.
I was gonna say a seated with a seat or something.
With the honey.
Yeah, right.
I mean, we can actually do
Not
that.
me.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
do
I
that,
see
but
what
I'm
you're
just, you know, I don't know, like, I can see people putting like, quarter, I think it's better to have a street, the donate a tree things and be like, here, then we can get big donations for that.
The other thing is that Relief is a nonprofit as well, and it might, we want to be clear on who they're donating to, so.
I
Yeah.
think if somebody really wants to give something to the city, like if they'll walk in on Monday morning after Tuesday.
Yeah.
And they'll deal with it. Right, I struggle with it.
Yeah, I think I don't, but if the question is, can we do it? Yes, we can accept it, but I don't know if it's appropriate for this one. The second question was about
The bracelet.
the bracelets. We can't, as a city, have to make it, I mean, no one would probably have an issue with it, but we only can spend money on things that are gonna further city objectives and goals. Like, for example, giving away seedlings, spending money on seedlings is fine, because we wanna create a third portion, but giving away bracelets that have no, I mean,
So these are, I don't know if you have a picture, I found them on the Arbor Day website here,
green bracelet, yeah.
green bracelets that say plant a tree, Arbor Day or something like
Like
that.
a little small
So I
bracelet.
get, so I was thinking, if we got, they're really cheap, they're like, a buck each or something like that. It'd be fun to get 150, give them at farmer's market and here, and then you also could put a donation in the jar. But again, maybe it's not. gonna be-
Maybe by the time we have a booth at farmer's market, we'll have that figured out. That'd be a nice thing, since we're giving people tree seedlings this
Here.
time. Yeah,
Maybe we
then maybe we'll have the bracelets figured out by the time we do farmer's market, because that definitely,
That would be the.
at farmer's market, to get people to come to the booth, there's gotta be something there other than paper.
Yeah.
They'll just ignore you if all there is a piece of paper.
Okay,
Yeah, that's it, so now
should do
there
it.
is. Have a booth.
I have a whole bunch of stuff with the Eagles.
but
There's
we already.
a tree, it's a, you know, I always protect trees.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I reserved.
Like a thousand.
Yeah, no,
No, I reserved the booth, are we not? having the booth?
no, we are.
You mean on the same day?
Yeah,
Someone would be mad at it.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be later, sorry, I thought that was gonna be a later in the season thing.
okay, I misunderstood that. I
No,
thought we were
I-
gonna have to,
we didn't.
let people know about the event. and just kind of tie it in.
I thought so too.
Okay, well then if we're gonna have that, I mean, someone wants to donate the bracelets again, that's totally fine. Do that.
Maybe we can keep it down to 100 or something.
Okay, yep.
Now, who's gonna help with that? That's something. we need to do that.
Well, I'll be there, so. and do you want to,
Yeah, I mean, I'll do whatever.
I mean, we just need to have something, yeah.
Or somebody could be a half.
Sounds good, all right. Karen, you have counted my sister's bake shop, and we've got, they're gonna donate. or-
Yes, she's having to donate 30 bars, so I'm gonna pick them up, Friday, the day before.
And then you're donating the hiking poles.
Yeah, Right, so I'll work with Josh on the drawing. If, I'm thinking maybe it'd be best to do it in a store,
Yes,
and I'll just give them the poles to give away.
we should have I don't think it should be for the first 30 people, anyone can sign up for the whole event, so 9 to 12, whoever comes, and then we take it away, so maybe we get a bowl or jar.
Yeah, right. I can work with Josh on it.
Okay, all right, you can have the best.
I have a quick question about the style. If we're gonna give them out as the outfitter, how are they, the first 30 people that show up here, like, how is the outfitter gonna
Maybe
know?
they get two fences.
Yeah, right.
So- Somehow, we're gonna have to have some
Yeah.
kind of trees with that information and what the stuff.
Give them a little ticket or something.
Let's-
to take to Josh.
Some, we just need to think about.
Yeah.
Did you hear that, Becky?
Yeah, I'm having a hard time hearing you, but my plan was that if Josh didn't want, we could either give the socks away at the event, which is probably the easiest. And if not, there would just be like a business card size ticket that they would take down to the outfitter to get the socks.
That's perfect, that's what we were asking, yes, thank you. Great, thank you, Karen, Nancy there, so Lucas is gonna bring.
So Becky will coordinate that. Which way?
Becky will talk with the socks, about the socks. With the socks. Nancy,
I'm happy to make some stuff, yeah, I'm happy to do that. My concern is how you want me to wrap them, because we'll be very picky, which is good about that. I can go get some of the little like paper bags. You don't want me to wrap them in plastic, I don't think, and I don't know if I mean, I'm okay to just put a big plate of cookies. But then he's got.
I think that's fine.
I think they put, so just open and people can take them.
If they're that creeped out about it, they don't need a cookie.
Well,
I mean, I'm happy to do that that way, okay, I can bring it to the town.
yeah, Tom might be the best.
Yeah,
I can make a big number.
yeah, I can do, yeah,
I
whatever.
don't think that's so interesting.
Yeah, that's fine, I'm happy. to do that.
I was ready to.
Nothing wrong.
The jug of water, that I was gonna buy,
Well, it is a shop, right?
where, and fill it up, if we can get some ice, and then put some water, is really what, this.
Does the city not have one of those jugs? I think we can borrow one from the boat shop.
Okay, no, we don't have ice, Lucas, we don't have one.
Yeah, we have,
Okay,
I'm
all right.
pretty sure we have, I'll check, and if not, the outfitter does. And so if we don't have one, I'll follow up with Josh about,
Okay.
but I'll chase down a water jug.
Races and stuff, they have.
Right,
All right, that's-
Somebody buying cups or big cups.
I can get it.
So we are gonna need a trash can.
Yes, Lucas and Sherry, so it's trash.
This is a little off topic, but are we gonna have a way to water the trees? Are the sprinklers will be turned on by then?
They were gonna bring
Gator
gator
bags.
bags.
Gator bags.
Oh, gator
Yeah,
bags.
yeah, that's right. We
So we'll need a way to fill them.
We have a city truck that has a tank. We can use, I mean, our trucks, but like right now, they've got oil in them, so I'd have to flush a tank, but it's water. 15 trees, 10 gallons, I mean, we have 150 gallons.
if Lucas is gonna be involved anyway, and we're right here at the city, if we can do this with the city truck, that would seem simplest. So,
I don't know if we just need to do that Saturday. That's the thing. But I'll check.
okay,
We might have to do it on.
and if not, then if there's a spigot over here
Yeah.
somewhere that we can use and just have a way to get the heavy filled bags back over there.
It is not impossible, but it's not, like moving a gator bag is hard if it's got
Yeah.
10 gallons of water in it, because you've got 80 pounds.
Yeah.
And if you length them, then you've got 160 pounds. So, but I could have slings and a set of forks for the right on top loader, because then we can just pick it up and straddle the tree and zip it.
That would give something out.
For
something to do
volunteers.
For volunteers.
Yes.
To get to them.
That's true.
Have a bucket bags.
This is your expertise.
Well, I mean, herding cats is not. You know, and my inclination is to get on my class A's and start screaming.
That probably won't work.
It would work if they were good privates.
Can you put the bags close to the trees and fill them there instead of having to fill them someplace else and move them?
But the
Well,
problem is we don't have a hose
That goes up.
that goes out that far. Yeah, that's the issue.
I mean, we could, like I said, I
Fire department, they got big.
could, that's kind of one of those things, like, what size hammer do you use? That might work so, like, the other way. We could dig the holes in the fire hose.
Yeah, can you call the Lucas to see if they're, you know, the any of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. We'll work out that detail. It's an important question, but, yeah, I don't think really. So that's all I really have, for this. So
You guys want to look at the suggested posters?
I have it right here.
So rain or shine, right? Everybody?
That's a good thing to put on the posters.
Janet, you see my notes from the ads?
No rain or shine.
Right. Rain day, July 3rd, Nancy.
Rain or shine, I put rain or
You want to
shine.
know the QR code.
Yeah, rain or shine.
Into that.
Becky, do you have anything else?
No, I'm all set. Thank you.
So the next question I have is, on the agenda here, is the next meeting, since I'm not gonna be here. I talked to Sue, we need a meeting on May 21st. I won't be here, but I don't think we do. I think we can coordinate individually if you want to, but that's my opinion. I won't be there to guide you.
I'm happy to skip the May 21st meeting. We've all got time we need to invest in this on Memorial Day weekend. And like Victor said, we can do back and forth, round and round with emails as much as we need to coordinate this kind of activity. That isn't a problem with the Open Meetings Act, the way discussing tree board issues is a problem. So,
I agree.
okay.
Yeah, generally all these minor details over here should not be a problem whatsoever, as long as we get policy discussions.
Are these bathrooms gonna be open to public?
Yes, these guys are always open, so,
Good question.
all right, well, that's all I
Oh, I
have.
have one more question. Do they bring shovels or do people need to bring shovels?
Kate is asking people to bring their own tools.
Kate has a handout of equipment that they're to bring, and I take it she's got that to Brianna, or you will get it to Brianna, Victor?
Yeah.
Okay, great. And then the other thing that Kate went over with me is that she will say something, I will say something, and Matt will say something. And mine is about tree board, Matt is about City of Harbor Springs. Kate is gonna be, I don't know, whatever her spiel is from Relief, Michigan. So
Okay.
that's about it.
Great. My last question to you, Victor, is where you going?
For Clearwater.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Away from this lovely weather here.
Hopefully when I come back, it'll be nice and warm there.
Yeah, you can get out of winter for a little bit, like all the rest of us did.
That's,
Slow winter.
you need it, right?
Yeah,
Nobody
but
works.
well, I won't say that, but it's been a while, so.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're all good. Thanks, Becky, for joining us. Sorry you couldn't hear us too well.
Okay, meeting's adjourned.
Great.
Thanks.
Let's see. So,